Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, there we go. It says we're on the air. What's going on, internets? What's going on, interwebs? Today's episode of The Closer will be brought to you by new Trout Soda. All real sugar cane, straight, so you know it's going to be good. What's going on, everybody?
You are the worst pitch man ever.
Why? Trout Soda is awesome. You never had it?
No, I've had Trout Soda. It's in our distribution network. You're just not selling it.
Well, I'm not.
It's like,
Just
oh, hey, try this
say they were good.
low-calorie beef soda.
That's what you get for $1 a month on Patreon. Trout Soda, but you better step up their game. You get a better pitch.
Patreon. Wait. Is the Patreon money you're getting? Is it Diet Beef Soda Incorporated or Diet Beef Soda Co?
It's LLC.
Oh well, that's a branch out of China. We're actually in legal actions against them at the moment.
No wonder none of that money. No wonder none of the checks clear.
And besides, you should be always suspicious of Trout Soda that comes from China. Rice soda, soy sauce soda, maybe, but not Trout Soda. Trout Soda belongs in Washington State.
We make good trout soda. You go home.
Oh,
no. We say it's Trout Soda. It's Trout Soda. Trust me, it's Trout. It's Trout.
If anybody ever watched the old Iron Chefs, the original ones, the Japanese ones, you've seen the trout ice cream that I think it was Sakai did. Chef Sakai. He tried to make something pretty crazy, and he did trout ice cream one time. They did not go for it, but you gotta give the dude credit for trying, man. You know?
Do we?
Yeah, oh yeah, man. You gotta
really?
It's the participation board.
You gotta have some balls to try that. You don't do that because you don't know what you're doing. You do that because you're you got.
Did it work?
Nuts.
Because you're high.
No, I didn't try it though. I don't know. Maybe it was all right. Maybe they just didn't dig it. I don't know.
No, but now we're gonna see come this Monday brunch special at the Waffle House.
Yep.
Golden Belgian fluffy pancakes with a heaping helping of trout ice cream.
Yeah. Trout a la mode. It's good shit. Let's see who's out there. Boy, I forgot. Turn my mouse on here. Turn my moose on. My moose is sleeping.
Whatever you're doing to a small mammals in the privacy of your own home is not what we need to know.
Seriously, man, that's your business.
He's adorable. Apes out there, local 223, 7 Wonders, Ohio 45 ACP. What's going on, buddy? Scott P79. Scott, if you want a link, let me know. Somebody will shoot you a link. No problem at all. Graham Warsaw, poor conservative. Jorge Cortez. Jorge, were you in Pennsylvania yesterday? I think you were. I think you were in PA. The real Matt Murdoch. What's happening? Guitar Man Pete. Pete, I believe you got a link. Jorge says no. He's lying. He's lying because I was behind an F-150 on the highway yesterday, and the license plate was HORHAY.
Jorge.
Familiar? Jorge. So now that he's denying it, it makes me a little bit nervous, and maybe he was up to something nefarious.
Are you sure it was the license plate and not like the branding on the truck? You know, Jorge from the makers of Bachelor Chow.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe the dude's up here creeping. You know,
creep a cooter, gonna creep up on you.
Scott's studying for a test. He's got testes. He's got testes tomorrow.
Even that happened.
Look, Scott, it's very simple. You just turn your head and cough. You'll pass every time.
Oh yeah,
it's easy. T-test. You really can't study for those.
Yeah. So let's see who's in here. Ape, what's going on, buddy?
Well, I'd just like to say that Midnight Range TM's The Closer is brought to you by the bold and refreshing taste of Diet Beef Soda Zero. All the beef flavor with none of the fat or regret. And melamine particles found in other inferior meat-based sodas.
Well, that's weird.
Try it. You'll love it.
Try it. If you do not like the product, please send all hate mail to shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com.
I'm not a huge fan of the beef soda. I think the trout's a little bit better. It's a little smoother. I feel like the beef soda is a little bit too chewy for me.
Chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
Sorry. Those Chinese checks, they're bouncing, but I still like
Hashtag not my soda.
He's in the pockets of big trout soda.
You like those rubber checks, don't you? They're nice and
The old-
chewy.
the old trout pocket. That's a good nickname. That's a good
I got a
nickname.
trout in my pocket for you.
Good nickname.
Sounds fishy to
Trout
me.
pocket.
Bacon soda, that's easy. All you do is take bacon fat. After you make bacon, you add a little club soda to it. Bacon soda.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Psst.
So, Giz, which one does George like better? Is it like the beef soda or the trout soda?
Definitely the beef.
Yeah.
He's a company cat, man.
There you go, George.
He's staying in line. Staying in line. George is looking sleepy.
Just a little bit.
So what's going on? What's going on, Giz? What's happening? Long time no talk, right?
Yeah, since
You gonna
around
open today
noon
up?
today, I believe. Yeah.
You're gonna open today up, and I'll join, and I'll close the day out, and you can join.
There we go. Doing well, and
Pete.
thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. Obnoxious, what's going down?
Yo,
Yeah.
how are you?
Game of Thrones. You got your plunger there?
Game of toilets.
Nice. Yeah.
Got the real Iron Throne here. We're stepping up.
I still like the gold toilet, man. That thing was classic.
Oh
Yeah, that was nice.
that's. I haven't been invited back to the on-site studio there at the Midnight Range, household. So next time I'm there, I'll broadcast live from the gold toilet room again.
There you go.
Well, you know, if you're going to leave an upper decker again, don't leave it signed Obnoxious 1.
I didn't. I signed it roll call. I figured that was.
Yeah, but roll call doesn't spell his name, OBNX.
Oh, damn it!
The OBNS1 is silent. That's the
The X
silent.
is silent. The X is silent in Sharkane.
Yes, right. That's right. Pete, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much. What's happening, fellas? Thanks for the invite, man.
Absolutely. Sarge, what's going on? How many? You got some detainees tonight, or no? You all? You got
No, we're fresh out. We're fresh out. What's going on?
Same old shit, man. Unknown user says he's here to listen to C4 Defense, Sarge's wisdom.
I don't know about that.
You got a stalker, fan, whatever you want to say. Warsaw up there said he loves walleye and northern pike, clean and awesome tasting fish to eat. Walleye is really good. I've never eaten pike, but walleye is really nice. Seven Wonders, what's going on?
I have no idea.
Cleaning
man.
up
I'm
your-
here.
Cleaning up your property yet from all the storm?
Oh man, I've been trying. It's a long battle. I've got probably about 5,000 plants out there, and I've been trying basically just to uncover the ones that were totally buried and assess the damage on the ones that are broken. I just got to snip them off beneath the break so they don't get some kind of fungus or something. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's a process. But it could always be worse. It's one of those things. Better than a tornado.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you, when I was just out of culinary school. And so this was like 2001, probably 2002. We had a real bad hailstorm, sort of local here, like that, where it did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And I was working at a country club at the time, and one of the managers pulled up in a new, it was a Ford Explorer, she had bought it at one of the hail sales. It had
Uh-huh.
a couple of, some dings in the hood and stuff. She got a ridiculously good price on that thing. I forget what the hell she paid.
Yeah.
It was like,
A lot of times they're
half.
totaled. They're
Wow.
totaled. A lot of
Well, I
times.
don't know that this one was totaled, but yeah, I mean, it just had
But
some
that's what the
content.
insurance company probably
true.
did.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got my
And,
appointment on May 30th, so it's going to be a little wait for me. Apparently,
Yeah.
there's a line.
And I never really forgot that, because I've always thought, like, holy shit, man, if you're in the market for a car, and something like that happens, man, I would snatch one of those up in a heartbeat, man. She bought like a $30,000 truck for like $16,000 or something.
Nice.
Super cheap, brand new, still had all the warranty on it, except for, I think it didn't have like things that would be related to the hail, like
Right.
paint, you know what I mean, or something like that. But
Sure.
hard, motor and all that, powertrain and all that kind of stuff was still covered, like as if it was new. And I was like, holy shit, man, that's awesome. I had just bought a car like a couple months ahead of that, and I was like, god damn it. It would have been
Well, I'm
nice.
hoping they're going to do something like that for my Silverado. I mean, my Pathfinder is old enough to where I can, get over it. But the Silverado, man, it's 08 with only 58,000 miles with leather and
Yeah.
everything. And I really don't want to lose that thing. So I'm hoping
Yeah.
they're going to offer me a nice check and say, you can keep it and da da da.
I would imagine. I mean, even if they would total it, you could. The problem with that is, I don't know how it is in your neck of the woods, but you can total cars and have them and still keep them. You just have to have certain titles. It's like an R title, like a recovery title, or a total
Salvage title.
salvage title, or something like that.
Exactly it.
Now the issue with that is when you go to you go to sell it, I don't think you can. I think a lot of loans won't let you take a loan out to buy something that has that title.
Right.
Can't.
Yeah. I know it happens with motorcycles a lot too. Guys will wreck motorcycles, they'll total it, and the dudes will fix them because it's not, I mean, you can total something and still have it not be all that bad. It's kind of weird, but it's just if it's monetarily, if it
exceeds 25%, the damage exceeds 25% of the top vehicle's value.
Or, I mean,
So
something
like
like
ours, if the airbag deploys.
You know these laws.
Like say airbags.
Yep.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it was, if someone just jumped on your hood and it was enough to cause the airbag to go off, nope, totaled.
Yeah. So I mean, hell, it'd be hard not to take that check and put it to good use and just sort of forget about it. But I don't know what would happen in the future if you would do something like that. Water damage is another one. Like if you get stuck in water, I know they total something pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, if they offer me a decent check to keep my truck, I'll keep it, and then just use the check to go put money down on a 2-year-old Pathfinder to replace that.
Mm-hmm. Warsaw picked up a new car. Got a Forester in silver and orange. That's cool. Lunatic Rider 209. That's a new name. How you doing, buddy? I don't know if you've ever. I don't think you have ever seen you on the show before. I don't know if you're a Gun Channels member or just passing through. So welcome. How you doing, Bishop? Diane Bishop's out there. Mad Sexy's out there now. What's going on? Unknown user says, I've been crying on Instagram about his bought my beat down pot plants. 7 Wonders been crying on Instagram about his beat down pot plants. Wiped out my whole crop, bro.
There's not enough Japanese schoolgirls in the world to make me feel better about this.
I can see him standing inside his doorway looking out. Tear rolls down his eye.
Was it Hello Darkness, my old friend, playing in the background?
No, Dust in the Wind.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Good one.
It's like when the meteor hit and wiped out all the dinosaurs. They're just little tiny meteorites wiping out all his little plants. Bummer.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. Lunatic Riders just joining. Thank you. Absolutely. Well, I don't know if you know anything about the show. It's It's chock full of nonsense and bullshit, usually, with a spattering of good information. I am a chef, so if you got any food questions or you need some help in the kitchen, I'm the guy to ask. Been a gun guy my whole life. I've been shooting since I was just a little critter. So that's sort of what we tailored the show to. Second Amendment, gun stuff, food, and fun nonsense. Now, if you have any questions or you just tag one of us, me or one of the other guys in the side chat there with their name, and we'll see what happens. Warsaw Patriot says, "What's your favorite thing in the morning?" I can't say. My wife might be listening. She'll get mad at me. I'm an egg
Honesty
guy.
is not always the best policy.
That's right. I love eggs. I've always been a big fan of eggs. Over easy, just eggs, toast, whatever. It's I actually, that's what I had this morning. Actually, made an egg sandwich right around the time I jumped on Gizzard's chat this morning. So yeah, I'm a big egg fan. Always have been. Grim says, if you need to know anything about the Waffle House, just ask. Absolutely. Lunatic Rider says, thanks for doing the show. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So are you Lunatic Rider 209? Are you a member of a Gun Channels, or I'm just interested to how you might have found the show? He says loves the eggs, goes outside and grabs from the hens with the kiddos every morning. That's awesome. You should hook up with Roll Call. Teach them a thing or three about raising them chickens.
Putting helmets on ducks.
Teach him how to save Larry.
I was gonna say you might want to talk to the wife a little bit too about some.
No justice, no peace. Find Larry's killer.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, what I wanted to do today, I didn't have a whole lot of topics in one or two, and then I was thinking about maybe just pulling up like gunfeed.com or something like that and looking through some of the headlines. Not really something we do on the show a whole lot, and sort of run through some gun news, but I thought it'd be fun. So you just stumbled across the stream looking for gun live chats. Awesome. Well,
that's a polite way of saying he found your number in the bathroom stall, the Waffle House.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I write it. See, here's the trick. Okay, don't tell anybody. Here's the trick. They clean the walls, but they don't clean under the seat. So you lift the seat up, you write your number there, and then you close it back down. Then when people come in, they're like, "Oh, look, hey, I better check this place out." That's cool. Yeah, Sarge, that was one I know you guys talked about the other day. He put in a side chat. What about the teacher that planted ammo at his school?
Didn't.
Oh, you didn't? You didn't get to it?
We didn't make it to it.
What a miserable asshole. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you, other than that.
Sarge gives you a topic and you call him a miserable asshole?
Like I say,
Yeah, what the hell?
That's like obnoxious. I'm right here.
You know I can hear you, right?
Why would you
Yes,
say
we know.
that? It's like a sitcom where they're like 4 feet away, but yet they're in the other room and they just can't hear them.
It's at that moment you go, oh, shit, they're standing right behind me, aren't they? No, dude, they're standing right in front of me. In fact, you just said that to my face.
Warsaw says, speaking of waffles, try eating toasted peanut butter waffles. I like a waffle with peanut butter and jelly, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on waffle. That's some good stuff, man. Give that a shot. Gun snobs out there looking like he's trying to lose his wrench. Man, it's been nice knowing you, man. Man, this isn't the best chat to stumble upon, he says.
Well, now it depends on how you define stumble. Like if you're just clicking around on live streams, no. If you're like stumbling into chats like you do at Taco Bell at 4 a.m, yeah, this is probably the place for you.
Yeah.
Take his wrench.
Well, I don't know what happened. It's funny. It's funny that Snob's wife got a wrench and Snob doesn't anymore. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
YouTube is, I don't know. Have you guys seen that? I think it's a YouTube thing. YouTube is switching wrenches around like crazy.
YouTube, in its attempt to be more gender neutral, is, in matter of fact, being more gender biased.
Is there anything like LGBTQ LMNOPXYZ?
C4 Defense is asking, what is Lunati Crider?
Steven Crowder's.
He has a hard time typing with that mustache. Sometimes it gets in the way of the keyboard.
It's always in the way.
It's all right. He's a member of the Illuminati. He's somebody on our side. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jorge said he made bacon pancakes for the first time, and they are awesome. I'll tell you, what's really good too is you make some kind of fun pancake. Doesn't really matter. Apple pancakes are really good if you do like diced apples inside, and then
cinnamon.
So yeah, a little cinnamon's really good. But if you do chop up some bacon, render it down in a saute pan until it's nice and crispy, and then throw your syrup in there and make like a crispy bacon syrup to drizzle over your pancakes.
You're just like a food genius.
Well, could you
What the crap
is this? Diet beef soda in with your pancake?
I'll tell you what. I don't know much, but I know how to make people fatter.
You know, I hate to say this because there's pretty much nothing that I would eat from that M fast food company, but man, those M griddle sausage sandwiches are actually pretty decent. I don't want to know what's in them. I mean, last time I looked, the M rib sandwich had like 78 ingredients, I think.
Jesus Christ.
None of which are pork.
Yeah, I was going to say. Hunter News says he found this link, a link to this chat by searching Google for erectile dysfunction support groups. Yeah, it happens. And we're all getting older, right?
Yeah. Hey, that's better than the alternative, though.
Sometimes you forget to drink that your trout soda before you go to bed with the lady, and it's tough. You got to drink that trout soda.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Trout soda causes an ED.
I was in bed, came in here to get my thumb up, and then I get my wrench taken. What kind of crap is this?
The kind that has nuts in it?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Wow.
By the way, if there was a bridge that made it possible to cross the border from Alaska to Russia, and you stop by a McDonald's in Russian and they asked you what you wanted, they probably don't. I would imagine that the McDonald's in Russia are pretty miserable little places.
You get potato. It is Big Mac.
Yeah, here's your cabbage. Your cabbage mac.
But on plus side, we have Diet Dr. Vodka.
Yeah. Pork and Service says he's in Michigan. We tap our maples and make killer syrup PB&J for sandwiches. Do you guys ever a really fun thing to do if you have kids, especially during the winter? Take maple syrup and cook it down by like half, maybe a little bit more, and then take some fresh snow and pack it tight together and drizzle that while it's warm and syrupy over the snow, and it like hardens instantly. And it gets almost like like a caramel. It's like caramel. It's real like thin and delicate and almost like a brittle. Super, super fun. I did it when I was a kid. My mom saw it somewhere, and we did it.
Is this served in a cone?
No, but it was yellow.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you do that with yellow snow, does it have a banana flavor? Or?
Well, Apes does at his house.
Actually, it's more of a acidic-y, shameful taste.
You got to be careful when you go over to Abe's house. It looks like a Mario Kart racetrack, man. There's just banana peels all over the damn place. It's dangerous.
All in sets of three.
No. I had company this week. I cleaned.
Oh. It's hard to get those banana stains out of everything now. It's rough.
No, it's hardwood floor. You just wipe it down.
Squeegee? Banana squeegee?
No, it's actually green squeegee. I've named Luigi.
Oh, there you go.
Luigi the squeegee.
Luigi the squeegee. Yeah, that makes sense. I can dig it.
Hey, it's a good idea. Nintendo made a whole game of it called Luigi's Mansion, or maybe that was Luigi's Sunshine. I forget which.
I do remember that. It was a Luigi's Mansion, right? It was like a...
it was Mario Sunshine.
Was there a haunted house or something?
Yeah, and he went around like vacuuming up ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was Mario Sunshine where he had like the super duper ultra soaker on his back.
Now, did they steal that from Ghostbusters, or did Ghostbusters steal that from them?
No, this was like, this was like from the GameCube, and that was what 2000 or something.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
No, Warsaw Patriot. In Russia, they do not eat turnips. In Russia, turnips eat you.
Wow.
Mother Russia turnips.
But they make the best borscht.
In Mother Russia, burger eat you, says Diane.
Right. So, one thing to sort of make you think about carrying when sometimes you might not. Did you see that vet was killed on the Appalachian Trail?
Who was?
It was a vet, an Army vet, guy that he was in the Army for over a decade. He did a couple of tours in Iraq. His name was Ronnie Sanchez.
I did not see that. That sucks.
Yeah, this was the maniac that terrorized everybody on the Appalachian Trail for a long time. And he went from state to state, and then he got into that deal, and he hacked them up.
Now I have a question.
Didn't he?
Does the Appalachian Trail go through North Carolina?
Oh, yes, it does.
Well,
it goes
if there was a certain deputy in North Carolina that could have stopped this madman years ago.
No, but he was on the local news where he was going through the other counties, and they didn't do anything about him.
Was this just like because of the remoteness of the whole trail, or just because he's in a different jurisdiction, we're not going to fuck with it?
They just sent him on his way. He was acting up and threatening people. And I may be, like I said, I might be dumbing it down just a little bit, but he was on the news 2 weeks or a week and a half prior to this murder.
Mm.
And this is one where he stabbed the woman too, but she played dead and then got away.
Yeah, I know there was a few times. I think there was more than one person there was multiple people, I think, that were attacked and not killed. Now this guy had some injuries, from being in the military. And I think that added to, he wasn't, not that he wasn't in shape, but he had some mobility issues, I believe. The article I pulled up is really long. I'm trying to search through it here a little bit.
This one that happened in
early
Abington, Virginia.
Yeah, in early May.
Same guy.
Yeah, sometime in early morning of May 11th, a man who had frightened others along the trail with his erratic behavior allegedly invaded the camp that Sanchez and 3 others had set up in Wythe County. The man threatened to burn the hikers' tents, and they decided to leave, the FBI said. But as they tried to leave the campsite, the man confronted the group with a long knife and eventually stabbed 2 of them, killing Sanchez. Really, 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 it's a huge shame. This guy did, he was in, like I said, he served our country for 14 years, I believe. Came out and had kind of a hard go of it. With post-traumatic, PTSD and some issues like that. And again, it's another really sad instance too, where, and you see this from, I always feel bad, people that, are in the military and serve our country and put their lives on the line and then come home and end up being killed or die in such wasteful ways. Like, it's just so a shame. You go through all that to be killed by something so ridiculous. Yeah, it's a shame.
Have they caught this guy yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they caught him. They sent their SWAT team after him, and they made contact the next morning with him.
Good.
Yeah. Now this guy, obviously, this Sanchez that was killed, one of the other people was stabbed and the other person wasn't. So there was, witnesses and stuff this time. The other times, I guess there wasn't so much.
Well,
so it was
he
hard to
came
track
through this
down.
area on. Here's an article. I put it up in the comments. Dated April 22nd, where he came through Madison counties, and they made contact with him. Said he'd allegedly been threatening people with a machete, but they said the machete was in fact a guitar. Well, he had a guitar with him during this incident and a machete.
Mhm.
So he Forest Service got calls about him. He's been acting like this for a long time, and there still may be more to this. They may find other incidents where he has killed somebody.
Do you know? Now I know he never carried a gun. I did read that. He said. Now I don't know why. I haven't really looked. I should have looked into that to see if there was a reason he wasn't able to carry, or if he just chose not to. I really wonder if he was allowed to carry, why he wouldn't have been, especially if somebody that has a military background and is going to be doing what he did. You would think that he'd want to have a firearm with him.
Was he on the Appalachian Trail?
Yeah.
Was he hiking it? That's probably why. Because if you go through a number of states, and you may not have a carry permit now.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. And my next thing was going to be, sort of it's another good point for national reciprocity, or knowing where you can and can't carry. But yeah, even if he didn't have reciprocity in the states in between, he would still be able to carry because of FOPA. But I would imagine
he's literally traveling through.
Right. But you also have to understand too, in certain states, when you're not allowed to carry in state game lands. So does the Appalachian Trail go through certain state game lands that would not allow you to carry? I mean, that would be an issue. I mean, if you got stopped by a game warden or something, and they found that you were, I don't know if this is true, but it's something that ran through my head, like why he wouldn't be able to if he wanted to.
Okay, just typing in Appalachian Trail in Google, like the third thing that comes up, and the people also asked was, can you have a gun on the Appalachian Trail? And this is just what popped up first. Roughly 40% of the Appalachian Trail is on land owned by the National Park System. Even if you have enough gun permits to wallpaper the Taj Mahal, you're not allowed to discharge a firearm on federal land except for highly restricted hunting. Some states allow hikers to carry weapons that are not concealed. But if I remember correctly, wasn't it Bush Jr. that signed in or kind of didn't say, no, you can't carry on federal parks, but you cannot carry in federal buildings, the buildings there.
Well, national, there's I don't remember. I'm not gonna quote anything because I don't remember. I
think you can carry open carry, and then you can carry concealed in states where your permit is recognized if you have a carry permit. But you should be able to carry open, I think, out in the park.
I don't remember.
I'm with you, Sarge. I mean, if I'm hiking the Blue Ridge Parkway or the
you better have a gun.
I'm gonna be carrying. There's no question.
You better.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's why I haven't seen anything about why he wasn't, and that's what I'm really interested in. Why somebody with the background he has wasn't? Is it because he had issues with post-traumatic stress and depression and things like that he couldn't get a permit or didn't have a permit, or was it because it would have been illegal for him to carry where he was? Be interested to know that. So I don't know if that's information that you'd really be able to find or not.
I wonder how far he was going. Were they off on a couple day hike?
No, I think he was planning to do the whole thing, because it said, let me find it here. It just said,
okay, well,
he was there was a certain amount of people that signed up to do the trail.
Well, if he was a through hiker, then that's why he wasn't carrying one, because you got to go through New York.
You got to go through Maryland. Well, you have to go through Maryland.
Nah, I think it's east of Maryland.
It's West Virginia, maybe.
Vermont.
It goes all the way to Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it goes from Georgia to Maine.
Just posted in side chat where I got that thing from. It's like AppalachianTrail.com, and they.
What the hell is that?
This article that they've got on here on it's very back and forth, kind of telling you it's why would you want to carry a gun? That learn to defend yourself with bear spray and that. And then like right at the bottom here, this guy writes, well, we suggest ignoring concealed carry laws. You may find yourself in a we urge not to ignore laws containing that you might find yourself in life-changing troubles.
It says he would attempt a through hike of the Appalachian Trail, all 2,192 miles from Georgia to Maine, beginning the journey earlier than most because his pace would be slow. Of the 5,000 hikers who would register this season, Sanchez was number 21 on the list. Partway in, problems with his knees and shoulders, the subject of repeated surgeries after years in the military, has forced him off the trail for weeks. So he did get sidetracked for a while and then got back to it. So I mean, and that's if you're not allowed to carry, it's easy for people to say, well, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6 or whatever the saying is, you know what I mean? But that's a tough decision. I mean, if something would happen and you lose your ability to carry for the rest of your life, you know what I mean?
I understand, but I still wouldn't trust bear spray. What are you gonna do? Come here, bear. Come on, buddy. Come on. Okay, buddy.
Well,
closer. 3 more feet. Okay, hold still. Here we go.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
tough.
Man.
So
I
don't know. I mean, would you guys? So if you guys, here's the question: if you guys were in that situation where you were going on some kind of hike or something like that, and you weren't allowed to carry, would you carry anyway? I mean,
yeah.
Have you seen me?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't going on no long 2,100-mile hike. I'm just saying.
Hypothetically, if you weren't on the verge of death by heart attack anyway.
Hey, he's not on the verge of death by heart attack. It's blocked arteries.
The wife's having a blast out in the chat, by the way. She's really living it up out there.
Yeah, I hate her. And Sarge.
You go.
By the way.
Yeah. So
or dead by his
go
wife.
Through. So you start in Georgia. You go through a little bit of North Carolina, and then looks like you hug the North Carolina-Tennessee border.
Yeah, they had a
go
map on here too.
Into West Virginia, or into Virginia, maybe clip West Virginia. You go through Maryland. You go through Pennsylvania, through New York.
Yeah, it was in Virginia when it happened. About halfway through his trip to Virginia,
Massachusetts.
And what's weird is
all that stuff up there is going to be no go for firearms.
Right. I'd just stop in Pennsylvania myself personally.
Yeah. Well, when it's weird when
see some relatives,
I'm looking at a map, and you go into Virginia, and you go into Virginia and just north of where it happened, it cuts to like really, really hard to the right. Does not go into West Virginia. It actually follows the border from Virginia to West Virginia, and then goes more east and then goes up. It's kind of a weird, but they must have used that whatever natural area that is there to make the border for West Virginia and Virginia. And then heads north. So yeah, and it does go into New York, and it's the Appalachian Trail is very close to where I am. There's parts of it. I've been on it a couple times when I was young. And it looks like he's from the East Coast here. Yeah, that's a shame. It's senseless. Makes no damn sense.
I'm glad they caught the guy. I hope he suffers miserably.
Yeah, I'll have to be interested to see what his deal is, and what else they can tie him to.
Okay, just kind of reading through the first. Now this is from Washington Post, so take it for whatever you will. But
That's what I'm
reading
that's the one
down
I'm
Elizabeth
reading.
Sanchez, ex-husband. He was really cautious, she said, noting that he carried a knife but never a gun on the trail. Quote,
Mhm.
he felt safe out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think you're on the same article I was. Yep.
yeah, Washington Post got the ad for the doggy treats.
Yeah, there was a couple ads. I don't know. I mean, the ads are different for everybody. I'm not necessarily going to see your ads. It's just, I mean, because you snack on doggy treats, then it probably shows you doggy treats.
No, wait, sorry. It's the doggy treats or the worm preventive medicine like doggy treats.
Oh, there you go.
But it's showing a Diet Beef Soda Zero ad, so
that's
hooray
nice.
for me.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Just thought I'd bring that up. Oh, they're up with it. Oh, sweet! Your old lady's gonna give me your 30-30. Look at that.
I got the rigor carabine and the high
Nice.
point.
I went ahead and just told her she can go ahead and give you Obnoxious's upper too.
What the hell did I do to you?
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
Well,
I
they're
don't know
good.
what have you not done to him lately.
I'm calling dibs on your
Just get somebody
GP100.
to grind all the orange off of it.
Yeah, trip
No,
together
a little paint
halfway
thinner will
across
take
the
care of that.
country. You never know.
Pfeiffer says a lot of hikers don't want the extra weight. I don't know, man. You can buy something small, weighs 20 ounces or whatever.
Those airweight J frames weigh under a pound, like
You can
13 ounces.
You can get the Snub Nose 500.
Yeah, that's still a couple pounds though.
Yeah, but it's still a 500 Snub Nose. Why not?
Well, for less weight, you can get the 329. At least there you got a 4-inch barrel.
Yeah, something small.
MMP
I mean, it's
22.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be anything. I mean, I do understand that, though. I mean, I understand what he's saying, but I just feel like, man, there's parts where you're going to be literally alone and miles away from any kind of help, possibly without cell phone reception. And even if you do have cell phone reception and can call somebody, how the hell are they going to get to you and find you? And you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. I mean, that's got to be priority, is some kind of, self-preservation, some safety, some kind of defense.
I'm trying to remember what those things are. They're like a satellite phone, but they're or they like a track spot or something like that. Basically, think of it like Life Alert, but only a global thing.
Yeah, but still, how long before they find you?
Well, that's what I mean. Just because they know where you are doesn't mean they can get to you either.
Yeah.
You're laying up there with
Midnight. That's what I mean. I mean, even if there's no psychos out there, let's just say I meet a bear who doesn't happen to like the way I look or smell. I'm not going to go at him with a 5-inch pocket knife. You know what I'm saying?
Or he really likes the way you look or smell. That's even worse.
Yeah, right. Good point.
Wait,
good point.
Seven. So are you say you'd just be the submissive, not go down swinging, or?
Oh, he's swinging. That's what the 5
No,
is.
I'd be carrying at least at minimum my Ruger GP100 357 minimum.
Yeah.
Well, unknown user is trying not to seem like he's compensating by saying, "I go hiking with a Barrett 50 cal and a Beretta 25." So you are both compensating for a small dick and your vagina.
Wow!
So you want to take a gun to piss people off, or to totally eradicate them, just decimate them, turn them into paste.
Hey, but I will say one thing unknown. Be very careful when you take it apart because or your Barrett apart, because you might pull a Mac who pulled a night strike and crush your finger.
There you go.
John G's wanting to see this sword fight between Seven and the bear, though.
Well, he said, yeah, bear sword fight. So does it just have to be one bear and Seven, or multiple bears?
Shit's getting real up there in the woods, man.
I'm just curious. Is it going to be the old glow in the dark sword fight from that old ladies movie?
If all the bears look like Japanese girls, I'm screwed.
There was a dude that took down a bear with a with a 9mm about a year ago up in the woods. I want to say he was up there with his kids or something. I don't remember. Some bear hopped out and came after him, and he put him down with a 9, which is, I don't know how many times. I don't remember how many times he had to shoot it. He had to pump a bunch of holes in it, but did the job.
Just remember, boys and girls, there's nothing scarier than a bear, except the bear that comes up to you and say, "Hey, you got a real purd in mouth."
No bueno.
I've told you all this before. My grandpa's told me my whole life how to stop a bear whenever he's after you. You just reach, when he gets to you, you reach down his throat, you grab him by the tail, turn him wrong side out, and then he'll be going the other way. It's that.
Yeah, but inside out.
Oh, yeah.
You just want to stick your hand in a bear.
You got to do it quick.
That seems like the most dangerous way to put your hand in a bear's ass.
Yeah.
No. You see, you put your hand in his ass, and then it comes, or in his mouth, then it comes out his ass.
That's what I'm saying. You'd think creeping up from behind would be a little bit more safe.
But he's coming at you.
Move.
You know, you
need to at least tap it and let him know, hey, I'm right here and I'm about to do something.
You know how you catch a polar bear?
Shoot someone in the leg. That's not you.
No, you catch a polar bear. You cut a hole in the ice, big hole in the ice. You spread pork and beans all around the hole. When bear bends over to eat the pork and beans, you kick him in the ice hole.
Oh, boy.
Shit.
The dad jokes are deep tonight, boys.
Like a joke from Bugs Bunny cartoon.
That's brutal. That's horrible.
Yep.
I should really be asleep at this hour.
Snob, your wife's moving to California.
We're not arguing.
Who's she moving in with?
I don't know. I'm not. No,
it's California. Does it matter?
It's not for me. That's not for me to say. I'm just giving you a heads up. She might not be there when you get off the chat here.
Mm-hmm.
She's right beside me, so you want to say hi, honey?
Hi, honey.
Oh, okay. There you go. 5 minutes, we'll ask again. He'll say hi, honey, and it'll just be crickets. She'll be on her way to Cali.
Probably her snoring.
No, they'll turn around to tell her to quit snoring, and all of a sudden, hey, there's where my Walkman went. Wait a minute.
It's a talk boy. Come on, not a Walkman.
Lunatic Rider 209 says, I'm married. Let's see. You already have something in common. That's nice. That's where you got to start with some things in common.
Yep.
Unknown user, I saw that story, man. That's pretty crazy. Unknown user talked about there was a story a few years ago on TV where an elderly woman, literally, they had to be in their 70s. Her husband got attacked by a bear, and she was beating it with a camera and whatever else she had. And she actually, her husband lived.
Hey, have y'all seen my camera rig? It's big enough to beat a bear.
Yes, the frame for sure.
Whoa.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
What's this about beating off bears? Now we know who really wants to move to California. Somebody wants to go to San Francisco.
There you go. Fancy.
Oh, Mr. Bear.
I'll be in this pot for you.
Oh, boy.
You're a big boy.
Stop it. Stop it now.
So
yeah, you're getting obnoxious turned on.
I can fat to this.
Your throne's getting a little rusty there, buddy.
You sure that's rust?
No.
You sure you want to know what it is?
I've heard of rusty trombones, but not rusty thrones. That's a whole different thing.
Mm-hmm. Somebody forgot to wipe.
I didn't see a toilet paper dispenser on there anywhere.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? And they're on the right hand. Yeah, right there.
Right there on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Well, if he's right-handed, he can't use it.
Yeah, that's true. You can't cross draw for ass wipe or appendix carry.
Right.
That's
you
true.
Too,
too
if you're
slow.
appendix carrying your TPing, you pull too hard, you'll get a paper burn in a really unpleasant way.
Well, I tried appendix carrying. I'm too fat for appendix carrying. Just saying.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's miserable.
Unsafe.
It's horrible.
It's a horrible
Terrible.
idea.
Just
No,
terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get one of those flashbangs.
Yeah.
No doubt.
There you go.
That's
Well,
one we all gotta agree with Yankee on. Appendix carry? No. Not
I
gonna
hate
happen.
I hate having a goddamn belt buckle jabbing into me, let alone having a gun. Jesus.
Right?
Yeah, I would. You know, I'm from Oklahoma. I used to wear them big belt buckles, but I was skinnier back then too.
Yeah.
And a bolo tie.
Screw you. I think I still have a bolo somewhere. Do I have a bolo anywhere anymore?
I haven't seen one.
I don't know.
Wait. Are you
It's in
too
the
lazy to
closet
keep
with
track
your-
of your own crap?
Well, my wife moves my crap, and I can't find it once she touches it.
Oh, boy.
It's in the closet with your check pattern shirts with pearl snaps.
I
Oh,
do have
shit.
some of those.
Snob, she
And
knows where you sleep, man. I wouldn't push her too much at this hour of the evening.
And a high brimmed mesh back cap from the co-op.
I have some of those too. That ain't no joke.
Big, huge
Hey,
trucker.
now.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, I have a really nice South Coffeyville Stockyards went to making really nice hats. They're quality hats. They're not the old high brim mesh back anymore. So I got a few
Co-op
of them.
hats are perfectly acceptable if you're working for the co-op.
Well, we bought our feed from Bartlett Co-op. So does that count?
Lunatic says he has to.
You can tell
carry.
people it says coop.
Lunatic says he has to appendix carry because of a broken back injury. It always makes me feel awkward.
So if you've had your appendix removed, can you still appendix carry?
Of course. How do you think you appendix carry? You got that little pocket from where they stitched you up. That's why it's appendix carry.
I thought that I knew that's why I couldn't appendix carry because I still have my appendix. That is
There
exactly
you
why
go.
I can't do it.
That's not an appendix.
Appendage. Sorry.
Well, I think Mrs. Snob has a vice grip on those. So
Oh.
Needle nose.
Of course.
I think it's more of a tweezer.
Giz is on a roll, boy.
Well, tweezer might be a little big.
Hey, I'm muting.
Oh shit! Shit just got real. Oh my god! Live on the air.
Bite.
This is why I do not invite my wife to chats.
I didn't invite her. She's just next to me.
Poor snob.
I hate you, Sarge. I still see that. I think you tagged the wrong person, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what? I don't have a wrench in my own chat there, Home Slice. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I've been up for a while. Give me a break.
Unknown user says to safely appendix carry, your waist has to stick out further than your junk.
That'll be good.
That's like the your belly's a dicky do. You ever hear anybody saying a dicky do belly? Your belly sticks out more than your dicky do. Wrenches for all not named Snob.
I have not heard that, by the way.
Really? You're just not fat enough if you haven't heard that.
Yeah. Anyway, all sorts of nonsense going on out there. So much hate.
No.
To hate chat.
So many negative waves, man. I mean, what the hell?
Oh, he retracted it.
Vanessa says, hello all. Why didn't the dragon eat all the humans in Game of Thrones? I don't know. I was waiting for him to get down there and start snacking too.
Well, we didn't have Midnight there to slave away and put the extra seasoning on it.
Shit, he don't care.
Because his name wasn't Donner.
There's all okay. Oh yeah, the Donner Party. Yeah, that was a mess. I've read about that. Donner Pass.
Has everybody ever come into your restaurant Midnight and said, you know, when they ask name, Donner Party?
Donner Party of one.
Donner Party of one would be funnier. I mean,
No, but I had
that next time I go to a restaurant. Name
I did have
Donner.
somebody with a reservation for Burt Reynolds one time.
Really?
Yeah.
He had Wilford Brimley one time too, didn't
Yeah, and Wilford Brimley.
He did.
Diabetes.
Yeah. I had a reservation for Wilford Brimley, and a damn cop showed up. It's Horrible.
He tried to sell you Liberty Medical.
Did he have a big mustache?
Waving red flags.
That's the same guy, just a younger version.
Yep.
You know those flags like people put on their bicycles or four wheelers when they go to like sand dunes?
Yeah, little orange and red triangles. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like Sarge just carries a big red one on his back everywhere he goes. It sticks up above him. Seen spot him in the crowd.
Well, that's
Yeah.
it. That's his findy stick. That's why everyone can know where he's at.
That's not right there. It's just not right.
But it sure is funny as hell.
I mean, we tried to lose him so many times at Wanamaker, and we never could. Every time there's this big red flag walking by. Oh, there's Sarge. Hey.
Oh boy.
You're just walking around at Wanamaker, looking around, looking at all the nice little pistols, looking at a couple of gun bunnies, and then all of a sudden, you smell apple fritters.
That mustache has GPS receptors in it, man.
No, that's just
All right.
leftover pieces of the apple fritter.
Some in your beard. I got a little apple fritter in my beard.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why it's called the Flavor Saver.
There you go. There you go. The dragon should have snapped its fingers in Game of Thrones. It wiped out enough people. So next question. There's been a ton of talk. Like, topics get kicked back up, right, on the chats and stuff. So, you talk about something and it goes away. A little while later, somebody will bring it up or whatever, and it becomes like a hot topic again. Training has seemed to become like a huge hot topic again.
Oh, you're welcome for that. What, are you taking my topics too?
No, this actually is
You watched another Yankee video, didn't you?
No, it wasn't a Yankee video.
It's got them all on DVD.
DVD.
Laser disc.
Midnight's got them all on Betamax.
I got them on laser disc. Yeah.
On
So,
VHD.
what are your thoughts on the necessity of training? Doing some training classes. Do you feel it's a necessity? Do you not feel it's a necessity? Do you feel like if you have never done a not sponsored, but a training class, structured training class, that you are in fact unsafe? Ape, what do you think?
I mean, beyond just the basic bullet comes out this end, don't point it at yourself. I mean, don't think it's really a necessity to get I don't want to say combat training, but the basic how to use the proper way to use a handgun to defend your life of yours and your loved ones. It's, I don't know, if you want to go and take it, yeah, go and take it. They're fun most of the time, but let's see. Contrary to whatever what's his face that G had on, was it Rob Pincus or whatever from USC, or not Rob Pincus?
Yeah,
that was him.
Yeah.
That now, once again, we're going to be playing the Gun Channel's the YouTube Gun Channel's Grapevine game of Yankee saying that he said, "Well, you'd be better off carrying a banana without training than you or off carrying a banana than carrying a gun without training."
Is that why you always carry a banana?
No, I carry a banana because I have yet to find a girlfriend. So,
wow.
Well, okay, so that right there adds so many more questions. Like, if you don't have a girlfriend, why would you need a banana?
Hey, ladies love the potassium.
There are crazy ways to use bananas. Well,
What are you doing with that banana since you don't have? We're gonna move on.
It's just the
Gizzard.
peel he needs.
Yeah.
Hey, what can I say? Like 11:23, I just get hungry.
Gizzard, what do you think? Have you? And okay, let's do this. Let's back up. Start. Have you ever done a class? Have you ever taken a class? You said they're fun, so I'm assuming that maybe you have.
I said that.
No,
Who
Ape.
said what now?
Ape, have you ever taken a class?
Beyond my required qualification course for my permit. I've taken one a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
It was okay. I was tired at the end of it, but then again, I haven't ever spent what was it? I think like about 10 hours on the range. So
Mhm.
I haven't taken one since, but that's just because you start working nights or 12 hours during the night, you don't want to do
Oh, yeah.
anything.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say this, I should say this too, this storm has really kicked up here too. So if I start to lag out or things get shitty, well, shittier than normal, you know what I mean? Shittier than it already is. Let me know. So I can sort of pause a little bit and see what happens. Hopefully we don't lose anything.
Don't worry. When
No
you
worries,
disappear, we've
Midnight.
got
We'll take
5
care of
minutes to run this show in the ground.
That's true.
We'll be sure to get,
already run into the ground.
Yeah.
we'll be sure to get you all the demonetization strikes possible.
1 foot in the
All of them
grave,
at
1
once.
foot in a banana peel. Gizzard, so have you taken a class? Have you ever taken a class? And do you think you are unsafe if you have never taken a class?
So you're not talking about a CCW class necessarily?
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, if you have to, yeah. I mean, if it's mandated or not, it doesn't really matter. If you've taken one, you've taken one. If you haven't, you haven't. You know.
I not only have a concealed carry class, but I also took the certified Cub Scouts USA BB gun class back when I was probably about 8 or 9 years old, and I also completed the Kansas Hunter Safety course. So I am well trained. Do I think I don't know that you're necessarily unsafe if you haven't had any formal training. You could be, but there's other ways to pick that stuff up too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there just flat is. I know plenty of people who are safe with guns that have never taken a formal class. That doesn't mean it's a bad idea. I'm not saying that, but I don't think that is the know all be all of whether or not you're safe.
Right. Right. Obnoxious. What do you think?
I have taken the NRA basic pistol course because I had to for a range that I joined when we still lived in the Illinois area. And then I took my Illinois concealed carry class and I took my North Carolina concealed carry class. But I haven't taken anything other than those. And I don't think they're necessary. I don't think the classes are are necessary to be safe with it. I think we as gun owners can do a lot to, help the people that are coming up.
Mm-hmm. Pete, what do you think?
I've never taken a regular class, but I think a lot of it depends on the individual. There's some people I think are just flat ass dangerous without a gun. You know what I mean? Seriously, I mean, some of the people out here driving Texas roads just scare the hell out of me. So I mean, anybody can be an idiot.
Everyone who drives in Texas is an idiot.
Hey, I resemble that. Anyway.
Exactly.
But
and they come to Oklahoma.
But no, I mean, anybody with common sense, you don't necessarily have to take a class, but if you have enough sense to go learn how to manipulate your gun correctly, learn how to not do anything completely stupid, I think you can manage to do that on your own, work out with your own gun and get proficient. I mean, I don't think you need some dude, with the muscle t-shirt and the bald head and the beard and yelling in your ear about some tactical situation that you're never, ever, ever going to see in your life.
What do you have against guys with bald heads and beards?
You just can't trust them.
Well,
that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, they
simonize
they simonize the tops of their heads, so in a fight, all they have to do is just bow their head down. You get the sunlight in your eye. I mean, you just can't trust them.
If you're fighting fair, you're fighting stupid.
Indeed.
Say that right now.
And you can't fight stupid.
But I mean, besides that though, if I could, I'd take freaking classes for a living just to learn everything else I could learn, just in case I ever did need it. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's necessary. I think the most likely thing that's ever going to happen if you actually need your gun, I think most people can handle it, and I don't think a James Yeager class or whatever like that, is going to make that big of a difference. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Sarge?
How did you equate these guns classes with safety? That happened
I
like
think
halfway through.
it's a general. I don't know. There's people out there that have the general, have a general consensus that if you don't take classes, if you don't train in a regimented class, if you've never done that, then you are not. Oh, I mean, almost to the point where
you are
you're not
incapable.
qualified. Right.
Yeah, see,
No,
I
you're not
don't
qualified,
subscribe to that theory.
incapable.
Right.
I don't subscribe to that theory.
That you are gonna be unsafe, and that you're not being responsible.
Yeah, see, I don't subscribe to that theory. You shouldn't have to take a class. Now, should some people take some? Yes, because there's a large percentage of the country that have never been exposed to any type of firearms until they're adults.
Mm-hmm.
And all the stuff we take for granted that our dads and grandpas taught us, they weren't taught. So it'd be good for them to go out and, try to learn something, but they don't have to go to a week-long class, a tactical class. But some of those, you think you might not learn something, but a lot of times you do. They expose you to some different things, different techniques, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with being proficient, even if you're never going to have to apply it in real life. Nothing wrong with knowing that you can.
Yeah, I agree with that. 7?
I have not taken any formal training, although I have stayed at Holiday Inn Express roughly 6 times.
Oh, well, that's way better than training.
And he was only received food poisoning once.
Oh, only once? Psh, man, you should be playing the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the real answer. I was trained to shoot by my father, who was law enforcement, and my uncle, who was in Vietnam, and my best friend is a former NRA instructor, and thought I had something else, but that could be it. Actually, I have a pretty good head on my shoulders, despite what you guys have seen on my videos.
And a mouthful of coins.
I've seen the head on your shoulders.
I forgot about
A
that.
mouthful of coins and a head full of Japanese schoolgirls.
Whoa.
Not that head. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Creeping me out, bro.
I know. It's like I'm freaking psychic.
Snob, what do you think?
Training. You mean when you get a bottle of Jack and a bunch of empty beer cans and go out back and shoot them? Yeah, lots of that.
There you go.
No, we actually meant like the wheels, the six set of wheels you got on your truck.
Well, when you drink enough Jack, you got to have the training wheels, otherwise you'll crash out. No, I don't think you're unsafe if you haven't had training, but like a hunter safety course or something to that effect would at least help someone to, that's never been around guns. But I think medical training should be required to graduate high school.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that on a chat. Was it last night? I don't remember if it was last night or not.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend was a goddamn blur, but yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea to have that medical training as a part of your health class when you hit maybe a sophomore or a junior in high school or something like that.
And I'm going to a training class this weekend, so there you go.
So cool. I'm going to class. Man.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Aren't you special?
Yeah.
Hey, midnight. My motel room has an extra bed. Just saying.
Look at me. I have money and time. Man.
I don't have either one of those.
No. He has a wife that wants him out of the house for an extended period.
Exactly. And it's our anniversary, so
she's probably paying for the class, right?
No wonder she's pissed off at you. Holy shit! You're going on your anniversary?
No, she was happy about that. She said she's having her anniversary celebration with somebody else. I don't know what that meant, but
Midnight Snob's wife paid for the class.
Probably. There you go.
And the lawyers for their pending divorce.
There you go.
He's gonna come home from the class all excited and happy, walk up to his front door. What the hell? Is the key stuck?
It doesn't work.
He'll look up on the door and notice of eviction. What?
Oh boy, just got a big lightning flash.
I could see some behind you in the window. I was kind of concerned.
Yeah, it's like a rave.
Yeah, I'd seen it back there behind you.
How long is your class?
It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Gee, look at this guy, missed a long weekend. Hot shot.
Just enough time for the wife to pack up and get the hell out of town.
She's heading to California. I told you. I knew it. Heading to California with the pool boy.
There'll be an eviction notice and my card stapled to the door.
No, I take that back. There won't be a door left standing. She's gonna have Vanessa use her contacts with the Air Force. They're just gonna get a couple of Blackhawks, just hook up on each corner of the house and fly it to California. You have any idea how much money a house like that would be worth in California?
It's true.
At least, 30, 40 grand.
Ooh, no. Add an extra zero. Add 2 zeros on the end of that, maybe.
I'm just playing. I was thinking after Vanessa got through with shooting it up with her coons, I was looking ahead.
Vanessa shoots up with coons? What?
Coonins.
Whoa. If
don't
there is
get me-
one thing I will not stand for, it is the degradation of our furry raccoon friends. They are not heroin users.
Yeah,
That's a hell of a drug.
what I'm
That's a
just
hell of a drug
concerned
problem.
about
If you're out of people and you're working your way down to
Raccoons.
big
And
rats.
and that's one thing I won't stand for. Don't get me on the wrong side of Vanessa. I mean, she's wielding dual coonins. I want no part of that.
That's
Well,
like
now-
little bandit eyes looking at you.
Now, in Vanessa's defense, she did say she needed to put holes in the house to lighten it up.
There you go. That's my point, Vanessa. I told him I'm not messing with your coonins. I'm a Vanessa supporter.
Grim's out there
Grim
talking
90
about
says
the
trash
trash
pan.
pandas.
Trash pandas.
I'm scared.
Well, now hold on a second.
It just got flagged. Yeah, probably.
Hold on a second. Vanessa, I haven't been able to check anything with Coonant. Has there been any updates on Coonan staying a manufacturing company? Because if
Well, they
not,
having
they've been, their website and their phone service has been down for a couple of months now. I know a couple people who have sent their guns in for warranty work and called them up and got the, we're sorry,
So you
the
mean
number you have
Coonan's going
dialed has
full
been
Hudson or
disconnected.
what?
Dude, that would freak me the hell out, man. If I could.
Well, I don't know. You got to think they're making a very specialty item.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Coonans were around in the late 70s, early 80s or so. This is like their second time they've been is hiding and deserves to be slammed in the ground. I will agree, but then again, making the Coonan I want $2,000 is that's not kosher. Unlike the bold and refreshing taste of diet beef soda. Is that for your product placement?
There you go. Well, you're good at what you do.
I know.
He is. And
It's
he's
the only
got
reason you
the
can
voice
tolerate
for
me.
it,
Sugar
man.
plus tea intro done. I don't know what's taking him so dang long.
Hey, Sarge said he had some time off this week. You got to give him time to sit down, eat his apple fritter, and get drunk.
I haven't had
One
any
apple
time off.
fritter.
Disgusting.
One apple fritter. That
That's
orange
all it
guy
took.
eats 2 dozen donuts
That's.
at least. And I have one fritter, and he takes a picture of it. What a guy!
And there's fruit in it. Like an apple fritter is almost healthy. It's got apples in it. Apples are good for it.
I mean, in all honesty, a really good fritter is nothing more than a grease sponge.
Grease sponge.
Those quick trip apple fritters are like the size of a dinner plate too.
Uh-oh. Speaking of this chat getting striked, ladies and gentlemen, roll call 219 is out
There
of the
he is.
chat.
There he is. There's the guy.
Ain't that right, George?
Nobody talk about Larry.
Larry!
We weren't talking.
Larry!
Larry, why? Cindy's a murderer. Horrible.
Cindy's a murderer.
Roll call, just kneeling next to the pen, holding him in his hands. This world was never meant for someone as beautiful as you.
And he's still pouring one out for Larry, but he ain't poured it out yet. It just keeps going down his throat.
Put it into a cup.
Yeah, he pours
Well-
it in a cup.
One for me and one for my homies. For me into the cup and he drinks it. There you go. All right, so
I think I triggered Vanessa. She says that proper fritters are not soaking up grease. They use the oil at the right temperature and fry them.
Yeah.
Roll call says we never got to see his full potential.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, because it was underneath the watering dish.
He
Oh,
was taken from us at his prime.
Was that too soon?
Mm-hmm.
he was so young. Yeah.
So young and fresh and tasty.
It's almost like he was a chicken nugget when he died.
Duck nugget.
Oh, shit, there isn't even
Wait.
enough meat on here to make one duck nugget.
Wait a minute. Were you talking about bro or gizzard?
Oh, well, I don't think you want to eat a chicken nugget made out of roll call. It's all kinds of crazy.
Yeah.
You take a bite of it, it's like, the door's over there! The door's over there!
It's like, wait a minute, I got a beer, but where the hell's my bottle opener?
Vanessa, don't forget I'm on your side. I'm right behind you.
Says C4 says little known fact: ducks will eat chicken nuggets. I bet they'll eat duck nuggets too.
Oh yeah, how else do you think you get turducken?
Yeah, there you go.
Take,
There you go.
take a duck, you feed him some chicken, then you take a turkey and you feed him some duck. That's what roll call is doing. That's what's happened. He trained his turkeys too early.
They keep
That's
saying
not
they're
the way
jerks.
John Madden did it.
Well, turkey jerky is the best kind of jerky.
See, I get
Far
turkey-
superior to trout soda.
Ooh, late flash.
Ooh. And in the flash of light, roll call appeared.
Yeah, there you go. Flash of light in
There
the
he
pan.
is.
Oh, look at that face.
Look at him.
Look at
He's in
that
a dark room. He's actually right now. He's developing the pictures, the incriminating pictures of
That
Larry's
will
death.
prove.
Just
that
like
will
a Brady
prove
Bunch
who
The
has
one
episode.
that's
taken him
showing
there.
Cindy saying, Larry, come here. Let me set the watering dish on your head, Larry. Oh, they grow up so fast.
Aw, they grow so fast. They're so beautiful.
And then they
look
die.
so tender. They look
George,
so tender and delicious.
Yeah,
George
yeah.
and Nutter Butter said "oishi," which means looks delicious in Japanese.
Mm. Yeah, well, roll call. What you need to do is get yourself a pineapple and cut it into slices, core it out, and just put them around their necks. Get them pre-tendered.
That way you
Whoa.
get soft and supple.
Oh, so supple.
You guys are animals. And vicious.
Oh, speaking of pineapple, I ate something kind of weird this weekend.
Oh
Some-
yeah.
A
I
used
heard
about
pineapple.
From a gas station?
No, I don't know. Might have been from a gas station. No, we were doing a moving garage sale, and one of the people, because we all kind of just brought some stuff to snack on while we were to kind of snack on and share. Someone brought dark chocolate dipped dried pineapple slices.
Huh.
Now, apart from being rock hard and probably breaking a tooth, they're actually pretty good. Because
It
the
sounds
chocolate
pretty
kind of
good.
melted off and you got the nice chewiness of the dried pineapple.
I'm halfway tempted to try to make that next winter. I don't use the dehydrator in the summer. It's too damn hot down here.
I've seen
Well,
You don't have
I've
an air
seen
conditioner in your house?
other stuff. I don't think I've ever seen pineapple, but I've seen other fruits dried and chocolate dipped. Oranges would be slamming. Bananas would be really good too.
Peaches.
Apples.
I hear G-Webs has some pineapples he can send you, Ape, if you want to make some.
No. All the suppleness is gone out of it. Once you use all the supple and softness is gone.
Here's one you were talking about, jerky. I know I've showed this stuff before, but
Oh God, cover your eyes.
this stuff
wait, never
is
mind.
killer. If you ever see it.
Crave black
it's
cherry
a-
barbecue. What?
Yeah,
Who
Yeah.
makes jerky out of pork? What
What
kind
is
of
that?
I don't know,
animal are you?
awesome. Good shit. Black cherry barbecue. Pork
Black
Carnitas
cherry
jerky.
barbecue, and it's like spice thing you sprinkle on pork.
What?
I'm
What's the
trying
matter?
to figure it out.
What do you wait, what's going on now?
No, it
Well-
says black cherry something or
Barbecue.
other with
Black
pork.
cherry barbecue.
Okay, so okay.
You marinate it and then dehydrate it, probably.
Just go on Amazon. Oh wait, it was either Amazon or VAT 14 that we found that jerky on.
Yeah, I don't remember. Crave with a K, Krave. They do other stuff too that are really good. They have. It's nice
cat food.
It's nice because it's not super tough. You know, it's really tender. The pork is really tender and nice.
Now the biggest question here is that Crave a better meat candy than the best meat candy of all, a Slim Jim?
Yes.
Remember your monetization rides on this.
This is better. I like the Crave black cherry barbecue pork jerky better than the other candy stick.
Yes. Wow. I think you just enlightened me. I've never made pork jerky. I've made turkey jerky, chicken jerky, beef jerky. I've never made pork jerky.
Do it, man. It's really good.
Really?
Yeah, I like it.
My wife makes pork jerky when she overcooks the sausage and bacon.
Oh, shit.
Shots fired.
Keep going, man. Keep going. Keep poking that bear.
Well,
somebody's going to get a sausage stuffed.
Every Sunday morning early bird chat, the dang smoke detector goes off. I don't know. Gary's my witness. It's happened several.
Bacon's ready.
That's the alarm. That's just the alarm for
that's the doneness. That's the doneness meter.
Yeah, for the chat.
Like it. Sorry, guys, I got to bail. My wife is burning down the house.
Burning
down the house. Boom.
I don't know,
Elk
but it's getting
jerky.
expensive to have smoke detectors filled once a week.
Elk jerky. Those things will not get out of your way. They have no sense of self-preservation. Elk.
No, they just don't fucking care. They're big. They're like,
They
oh,
don't
that's cute.
Care.
Like, hey, you gonna fuck with me in your car? I'm gonna fuck your car. I'm mad.
They just.
Yeah, when something isn't used to having natural predators, they get pretty arrogant for sure.
That's what Chad Snob's wife says. I'm so kicking his ass.
Those Nissans driven by chickens, they're a natural predator of a deer.
The what?
The Nissans that are driven by chickens, they're natural predators.
Oh,
no, they're not deer. They're not natural deer predators. They're deer magnets. There's a difference.
Oh yeah, true.
I mean, honey will attract flies, and so will shit, but they don't eat them.
He ain't even gonna comment. He's just gonna sit there and sleep.
I heard the shit going down.
I agree with you, Vanessa. Tofu definitely is not meat.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Now, it can be meat flavored, but no, it is not meat.
I've never hunted wild tofu. What kind of bullet does it take?
Oh, dude, you unfortunately, there is no bullet that will kill wild tofu. It's like those vampires in The Last Man on Earth. I mean, you shoot them and the tofu just kind of heals up around itself. You have to use a properly made chef's knife forged in the fires of Mount Doom.
So it's kind of
you had to take them with a bow.
No,
I thought that's what they used. I thought that's what they use gold bullets for. Silver bullets are for werewolves. I thought gold bullets were for tofus.
No, gold bullets killing wild Schlagenhammer or Goldslogger.
I always took a 3-day hike on the Appalachian Trail and didn't take a shower or wash my feet during it. And I had plenty of tofu after it.
No.
Bro.
You're a grotesque creature. You know that?
Good God. Man.
Seriously, Snob, we were all having fun, but then you just had to take it too far.
Then it got real.
Oh, that's too far. Oh.
You had to go there.
Tofu's like white ballistic gel. Only softer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think I've only had it once, and that might have been in some miso soup. I wasn't sure completely.
It's white ballistic.
I saw it once, and I said, well, my meat's got to be red, folks.
It's very simple. You go down to the baking aisle, you get yourself a big canister of carcinogenic red number 40, and there you go. You'll be cleansing your system and poisoning yourself all at once.
Just like mommy's
meat to bleed.
We can put a blood pack in it. Go down to the blood bank and say, yeah, hey, Vlad sent me. He needs an AB negative, and do you have like a 2002 O positive?
Lunatics is good. Rabbit's good. Quail eggs are good. I agree with both of those. Rabbit's good. Vanessa's talking about duck eggs. Duck eggs are great. They're really rich.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the yolks of them are really flavorful. Like they're richer. They're usually darker. They're like not yellowish. They're a little more towards the orange side of what you would usually get in eggs. They're really
you got
good.
a little more duck goop in there, or a little stronger goop in there than you do with the chickens.
Yeah. The goop content's a little bit high. It's 3% higher. It's good.
We always ate duck eggs or whatever if they got picked up on accident in the chicken coop when I was a kid. We just ate them just the same.
Mm-hmm.
You probably didn't know the difference between a duck and a chicken when you use it.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Still
a kid,
don't.
you're not gonna. Yeah, you're just gonna.
It's like, cool, that's a big duck egg, ma, or a big chicken egg, ma.
Look at the beak on that one.
But when we got to the ostrich eggs, you can kind of tell them.
Yeah, the wife says she's got to go. She's got to pack up all her shit. So it's been nice knowing you.
Night, Mrs. Snob.
Never mind. I'm going to leave that comment alone.
Now he decides.
Now he learns to keep quiet.
That one would have been too far.
Yeah. Notice how she said, "I have to be up in 5 hours. Got to go to bed." She didn't say, "Got to go to bed. See you there, snob." She's just like, "I'm going to bed."
We're both laying in bed right now.
Mm-hmm.
A likely story.
Hashtag Porky Piggin without a shirt on.
So you're just totally naked.
Yeah, that's
Gee, no wonder she's in such a bad mood. She turns over and looks at you and goes, I could have had a V8.
Very, very, very true.
That's why she's so upset. She's probably been throwing up for the past hour and a half. Every night he's got the monkey face covering his eyes.
I've got with him.
She looked at him and said, "Wow, I could have had a Gizzard Gary."
You really got to put a Band-Aid on that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, like Gizzard needs another.
Oh, you're killing me, Giz. Oh God. Like a hang tag. Oh no, what do you call it? Skin tag. Skin tag.
Yeah.
I'm flipping you all off, even though my camera's not on. And I'm about to turn my camera on.
I hope it's with your finger.
No. We'll stop, Snob. We'll stop. Don't turn your camera on, man. We'll stop. I promise.
Until we get bored and start up again.
You ain't got the stones to turn your camera
You
on.
don't have balls, therefore you haven't got the balls to turn on your camera. Like literally, you have no balls. It's like a Ken doll, completely smooth.
No balls.
No balls.
No balls.
You ain't got the stones to turn your camera on.
All right, I'm showing my age here, but did y'all used to watch David Letterman like 20 years ago?
David who now?
Yeah.
David Letterman. One
David
time,
who now?
Apparently not. One time Eddie Murphy was on his show, and he came on with a Michael Jackson doll. And right before the commercial break,
Easy.
Wait a second.
Rated R.
Yeah, no, this ain't even R. He pulled Michael's doll pants down. There was nothing there, and Eddie Murphy said, "Yep, just as I suspected." Okay, and now we go
So
to
it was an
commercial
actual
break.
doll of Michael Jackson, not Michael Jackson's personal doll. Okay.
Wait. What is a grown ass man doing with a Michael Jackson doll? I mean, a Michael Jackson action figure or collectible statuette, I can understand, but a Michael Jackson doll.
You gotta
I'm a
keep in
grown
mind,
ass man.
Eddie Murphy wore red leather, so you got to kind of keep that in mind.
You got to be cool to do that. Dead
Pink
horse
Panther out in the chat says, no, Letterman wasn't after Johnny. That was
originally he was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then he moved over to CBS. What is it? Yeah.
Yeah, he was on CBS
first.
He was on NBC, and then he moved over to CBS.
Yep.
Was it? Yeah.
Down in the gun channel chat, Dead Horse is saying he put an Instagram link up there. I didn't look at it, but it says pancake coated bacon strips. What do I think about that? I have done that, and it's delicious. It's awesome. You cook them nice and
good.
Yeah, it is. It is good. I'll tell you.
You got a short version how to make it?
Yeah, cook the bacon till it's like it's pretty crisp. It doesn't have to be super crispy, but it should be kind of crispy. And then literally just dip it in pancake batter and drop it in the fryer, almost like you're making tempura. That's it. I've done it before, and it's really good, man.
That's pretty good. It sounds basically tempura bacon.
Yeah, especially if you do something a little bit different with your bacon, like if you can cook it. What I did was we did like a thicker cut. I was playing around one day and did it, and we did a thicker cut bacon, roasted it, and baked it, roasted it in the oven, and then this is really fun till it was like kind of crispy, not super crispy, but like nice and firm, and then sprinkled a little bit of brown sugar on it and hit it with a blowtorch, and like candied it almost, or brown sugar glazed it, and then dipped it in a pancake batter and threw it in the fryer. Holy shit, that was good. Yeah, definitely try that.
All right,
it was a holy shit moment. Yeah.
Later, guys.
Good night.
Night, Snob.
See you, Snob. Get some sleep.
Get some sleep.
Later, Snob.
Sorry,
Remember to
Snob's
keep
wife,
that pillow off your face.
yeah.
He's coming for you, baby.
How'd you know what I was doing? Bye.
He'll be back in 5 minutes.
5, 2.
Damn. Marathon man. God's a superhero.
That was awesome, Snob. I'm not a superhero.
All right, night.
Later, Snob.
And he's back.
Wow, that was the quickest 30 seconds ever.
That's what she said.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
So where's the video? I'll do a video for that. How about that? I'll do one for that. I'll get on that. That would be a fun video, yeah, for sure. That would actually, I'll tell you what, that would be a great little topping for, this is going to sound even weirder, for ice cream. Like a scoop of ice cream with like a pancake, brown sugar glazed bacon. That would be good. That would be good.
I'll make that for my wife. I think she'd like that. It may pay off.
But it's got to be hot bacon pancake, or pancake bacon, and cut up into little pieces.
No, man, you make the whole one and then you use it as the spoon. You just eat it as you go.
Yeah, but but that's gonna get all soggy, and nobody likes limp bacon.
You gotta eat it fast. This is why you're skinny. You're a horrible fat dude. You're just horrible.
You have never seen me. A couple of other people have seen me, and yes, while I might be on the thinner side of some of the Gun Channel's members, I am on new estimate thin.
He looks skinny to me.
True, but that's because I wear XL shirts. So.
Oh. This guy, I can wear an
spare tire.
Shirt. Yeah. Look how awesome I am, man.
Meh. Well, if you wanted to eat half the stuff he makes.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I got to take the one little bite.
Armament and Axis says, I thought a McGriddle would be nasty till I had one. Yeah, I never thought it would be nasty. I never really, it was a neat idea, like the whole idea.
Called it.
Well, that included.
No, that was amazing, bro.
That amount of time included toweling off and drinking a Gatorade afterwards. So that's.
And the shameful thing is, when he got up, he realized it wasn't her. It was a pear.
He's like, it's like a marathon runner. He's taking cups of Gatorade and throwing them on his face, splashing himself. I gotta cool off, man.
I hate you all.
Oh God, that was impressive, man.
I mean, wow. That's apparently that's a thing.
It's like they say, hey, I might not be good, but I'm fast.
I'm out of breath.
No. No. It's I might not be good, but I am cheap.
That's right. Not cheap, but I'm easy. That's a good one too.
Hopelessly lost, but making good time.
Misha, what's going on, Misha? How you doing?
What's that buzzing I hear in the background, Snob?
What? What did he say?
He can't hear you. His ears are ringing from all that exertion.
I wanted to know what that buzzing was. I hear in the background.
That's the wife finishing off.
Must have had a bumblebee stuck in his headset or something.
Oh man.
Vanessa says pancakes as bread is always good, as are waffles. Yeah, waffles are slamming. Waffles, you make like a breaded chicken sandwich or something with waffles. Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
All right, night, guys.
See you in 10 seconds.
Round 2.
Pretty.
Ding ding. Ding ding. I don't know. Taking bets. I say he's back in 3 minutes.
We're gonna he's gonna be going live from the kitchen in about 5 minutes with his head in the refrigerator looking for a snack.
Making a sandwich, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anybody know how to get rug burn off your forehead?
Oh jeez.
Vanessa says fried chicken sandwich with waffles and maple syrup. Hell yeah, that's the way you got to do it. Well, there was one not long ago I saw on Instagram where it was a waffle cone, but it was kind of tender. It wasn't like an ice cream waffle cone where it's like real crisp and crunchy. It still had a little tenderness to it. It had like breaded chicken chunks in it, like chicken nugget, not chicken nuggets because, but like
Nice.
homemade little breaded chicken chunks in
Chicken fingers.
Like little
Yeah.
temper.
And then it was drizzled with like some sort of syrupy goodness. And I was like, that's a brilliant idea, man. That really is a cool idea because, he's got one hand, you kind of eat the chicken chunks, and then as you go down, you get bites of the waffle too. Chicken and waffles handheld. Really cool idea. Chicken, yeah, dead horse. I've seen a lot of people do this too. Chicken nuggets dipped in honey instead of one of the sauces. Yeah.
Well, I think honey is one of their sauces. Oh wait, I'm thinking KFC where you get the honey packet with the biscuit.
Yeah.
Only got 43 ingredients in it. You're better off using honey.
Mm-hmm.
Sarge,
So since there's this awkward silence, run it through the room here. Waffle cone or regular cone? Go.
Waffle
cone.
Waffle. All right, it is decided. Regular ice cream cones are dead. Waffle cones will rule for eternity.
There's also like
master race.
There's also like the cookie cones where it's like the sugar cookie cones or the sugar cones.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Mm-hmm.
You can cover the inside of waffle cones too.
Mm-hmm.
How about homemade waffle cone that's still warm when they put the ice cream in it?
That sounds good, Sarge.
There's a place like that.
It depends. How well do they seal it?
Good.
Okay, if it's well sealed and I'm not going to be like munching on my ice cream cone and 10 seconds later it's running out of my hand, then yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Setting myself up. I'm not a big fan of sucking on the tip of that ice cream cone.
That's not what I hear.
I hear you like licking it real good.
The poor conservative says he'll take a pizzelle cone. That's like a really, really thin, almost like I guess you could describe it as like a waffle, but very, very thin and delicate. As a pizzelle.
It's
like kind of are what crepes are to pancakes.
Yeah, kind of. Yep. That's a good one. Good analogy. Yeah, they're saying waffle out there. The poor conservative says Italian waffle.
I think he just had a stroke.
Yeah, go smash his face on the keyboard. I want to eat whatever this is. Slam.
Well, if you do that, I think you're eating keyboard. Grim 90 wants to know how many licks does it take. 7, you being the resident expert, can you fill us in?
Depends on the Japanese girl, honestly.
Holy crap.
Hey. You leave Snob's daughter out of this.
She's not Japanese, man.
Vanessa says she doesn't like cones that crumble while eating. That's a bitch, too. Like, if you ever bite into a waffle cone and, like, the whole side of it caves in or something or breaks off, that does suck. Now you're like, in crisis mode, trying to eat it quick, or eating it all sideways or something.
Now I feel bad, man. Roll call didn't find anything to get pissed off about, and he left.
Yet. He's just sitting there taking notes.
Ain't that right, George?
We should have given him something to get pissed off about, so he could rant. And yeah,
he's probably upset.
Roll call rants.
He's probably like a huge like sugar cone guy, and he just blew a gasket over this.
Well, gee, if he blew a gasket out of that, I don't know how he might handle this. That the fact that they're outlawing the extendo mags for the Ruger LCR9s, especially ones that haven't been tested.
No way, really?
Only for him.
It's an Indiana thing, huh?
No, it's a roll call thing.
Roll call's
They
gonna be live on
found out.
Instagram.
They found out he carried a mag without testing it, and they're like, "Nope, sorry, you done ruined it for everybody else."
Oh damn.
Ro's going to be live on Instagram in about 10 minutes, freaking out about how us assholes we don't like the right kind of cones, and we're communists.
Ain't that right, George?
In his car outside of work. These dumb son of a bitches.
And shame on you.
What's that saying? Yeah, fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you.
Ain't that right, George?
That's George Bush Jr.'s best quote ever. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, ain't gonna fool me twice. You asshole.
That was hilarious. God. That was so funny, though.
No wonder they threw shoes at that guy.
I'll call out in the chat says, "I am you commies." Wait, so I am you commies? Are you saying that you're us and communist? Like our dark mirror version of ourselves?
I am you.
Bizarro.
Or he's going to blow up our Instagram here in a second.
Roll call's already bizarro enough.
With anger. So much anger.
With anger and righteous fury about my 4 attack ducky.
Oh,
I think we need to get roll call a white BMW and a tracksuit.
Oh, shit. Sponsored by Adidas. He says sugar cocaine.
Get some of those Adidas AK mags I saw online.
Yeah, he got some old busted up shell tops. He'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Be good.
Waffle.
Yeah, he's going to be bitching at us on his next live chat, right?
Mm. They're trying to decipher the "I am you commies." I am you commies. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, some punctuation would be wonderful.
I am you commies. I am.
Down the punctuations. I'm mad and not taking it anymore.
Here's so Dead Horse is saying that waffle bowls instead of cones. That's a neat one. Waffle cones like a banana split be awesome. He says circus sugar cones are still good, and I bet nobody in the chat can remember the popular name of circus sugar cones. Popular name? I don't
Isn't
know.
it like Yum?
Circus sugar cones? You mean like from that restaurant Circus?
No, I think what he's talking about is like those generic ones that are in the Crap.
Sleeve.
I remember them. They're like in the cup dispensers.
Yeah, like the
Travel
sleeves.
Usually, and they've got
Circus
the
peanuts.
no, like a drink, like a fast food drink cup. They're just kind of stacked in there, and they got Joy cups. That's what they are.
Joy cups.
Mm-hmm.
Man, TPC, you know too much. Go to bed.
PPC.
Poor conservative, man. He knows a lot of shit.
Belgian waffles folded into counts.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like we were talking about the ones that were warm, like a Belgian waffle folded up. Good. All right.
Strong water.
Yeah, that's good shit. Is waffle chat? Are we done with waffle chat yet?
Yeah, no. Who's waffling back and forth on the idea?
Oh my
Look up. Vanessa says, "Look up Milk Craft. It's an ice cream place. Awesome. Made with liquid nitrogen. Yeah, they do it to order probably. That's like the cold tables, the anti griddles. If you've ever seen one of the anti griddles, it's like a flat top, but it's cold.
Yeah, aren't they like big blocks of granite?
Well, some of them are, and then some of them are, they're metal. But a lot of like places like what's that, Cold Stone Creamery or whatever uses they use
Marble slab. It's another one.
Marble. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I have a question. Rocall says blue waffles. Does that refer to like waffle batter that's blended with blueberries? Hopefully.
Sure. Yeah,
Well,
we'll say that.
Well, Seven, what you can do is go over to islandacre.com and find out for yourself.
So, Seven, you should definitely Google blue waffle.
Mhm.
Okay.
Dead Horse says, if a gun company was a breakfast item, what would they be? He said a high point would be the $1 McDonald's breakfast burrito.
TPC, don't stop commenting, man. I love your comments. I just so much shit. It sometimes blows my mind.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump out of here. I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for the invite.
Night,
Yeah.
Pete.
Oh, yeah.
Vanessa says, no, do not Google it.
Do it.
So if a gun company was a breakfast item, what would they be? So let's see if we can come up with, let's do a couple here. Let's see if we can come up with stuff. What would Glock be if it was a breakfast item?
Glock cakes.
No.
No?
No, I would say I'm trying to think of some place that's everywhere that's not McDonald's. You know what? I'm going to go with the Glocks are the Hardee's breakfast platter of guns. It's hold on. It's not good. It's okay, and it does its job. And it's usually available everywhere.
There you go.
I think they're eggs because everybody likes them, but nobody eats them just the way they come out of the pan. They always modify them with something. Like
You put a bunch of shit on them. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
There's no following that.
Jorge. Did we say hi to Jorge yet?
If
I think
not,
we
here
said
he
so,
is.
but I
Hi,
think we
Jorge.
can all say hi, Jorge.
Hi, Jorge.
Hi, Jorge. Jorge.
You could also do it the other way around, and you'd say like,
Hey, Jorge.
the-
No, wait. Angelina's not there. Oh, wait. Who hijacked my phone?
frosted Glocks. Vanessa says, I eat plain scrambled. You need to live a little bit, Vanessa.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Warren?
You know, there's this new seasoning out there called salt. It's like cutting edge new kind of sodium combined with chlorine. You'd think it'd be really deadly and dangerous, but no, it actually tastes good.
Dead Horse just did what I was going to say. I was going to say, like, we could also go the other way around. Instead of saying what breakfast would a certain gun be, you could say what
I think we all should probably say that.
what He says the real question: what gum company would be bacon? And anyone who says CZ, I'm unsubbing. Boy, I don't know. Like you're talking about the most awesome part of bacon, huh? What's the most awesome part of guns? Or the
Wait, the most awesome part of
Colt
bacon is
1911.
bacon.
What'd you say?
A Colt 1911.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
they are.
Misha says Smith & Wesson. Yeah.
All right. What's the ultimate breakfast item?
Mm.
Bacon.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
well,
Bacon, 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 bacon.
I would go with a bacon breakfast burrito.
breakfast burritos are never as good as I think they're going to be. Like it sounds really good.
Well, that's your fault for having high expectations. Same with your wife.
But you're saying it's the best.
my.
You're saying it's the best, but then you're also
I didn't say a
should-
breakfast burrito. I said a very specific bacon breakfast burrito. It's
Oh,
bacon it's bacon in a tortilla.
Mm.
That's it.
I am. I'm a big fan of like sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Yeah, like
I
biscuit
agree,
breakfast
bro.
with a nice spicy sausage, egg, and cheese. Yeah, that's one
Yeah,
of my.
well, I'm probably gonna ruin it for you, but I like to add a little ketchup and pepper.
I'm okay with ketchup. I don't usually eat it on that, but I do. I'm a ketchup junkie. I like ketchup on damn near anything. I like it on my eggs. I like it in my. I even eat. I'm even putting. My grandpa used to do this too. Put ketchup in mac and cheese.
Wow.
Good God, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's weird, right?
You probably eat ketchup on chicken, don't you?
Chicken sandwich, sure. Like a fried chicken sandwich. Yeah, like a breaded chicken sandwich. Yeah.
No offense, kid. Oh no, anything fried, man. Anything fried deserves ketchup.
Fried
onion rings.
A fried chicken sandwich is either barbecue or ranch.
Get out of here with that nonsense. It's good. There's nothing wrong with
I like
that.
ranch too. I like ranch on fried chicken and stuff like that. But man, I don't know. French fries, onion rings. Well, you know what I really like? Here's weird. Probably not. French fries with tartar sauce.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Tartar sauce and ketchup.
Oh yeah, that's fine too.
And you get French fries and you get it with the white biscuit gravy.
We did. I did brunch fries a couple weeks back, just playing around with something for brunch, and did some French fries. And how do I do it? Did French fries, put them on a sizzle plate or a little tray, and then put our pepper gravy on it, crumbled sausage, some tomatoes. And it's just a bunch of little stuff, almost like nachos, like breakfast nachos, but with fries and pepper gravy. Man, those were good too.
That sounds awesome.
Breakfast nachos sound good.
Mm-hmm.
Nachos anytime sound good.
Yes.
Pork Conservative says
Especially
he can
with
show a
cheese
place in
melted on top.
Laredo, Del Rio City, McAllen, and Pharr, Texas that will serve you breakfast burrito that meet your expectations. Yeah, they're talking about tartar sauce. Tartar sauce is good on damn near any sandwich. Just pick. I mean, true tartar sauce is more than this, but it's just pickles and mayo.
Yeah.
So like the fake tartar sauce that you normally see everybody use.
I like a little extra vinegar on mine, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you see something like a tartar sauce or true remoulade, usually has a little bit of spice to it too, but lemon and capers and stuff like that. But peppered bacon, elk, eggs, potatoes, peppers, Misha N. Sounds good. I do like it. I'll tell you, a scramble is good too. Like I'll do this at the restaurant on Saturdays for myself, and some of the other guys will do like home fries, and we'll fry them in a fryer so they're nice and crispy, and then throw them in a pan, in a hot saute pan, and then so you got the potato, they're already crispy potatoes in the pan, and then throw in a little bit of butter and some other veggies or whatever you like in there. And then the egg and the cheddar and like shredded cheddar cheese and just toss it real quick till it's scrambled up.
Yeah.
That's slamming too, like a home fry. I call it a lumberjack because it's just everything in one. Like if you were making something, out on a campfire or something, you just throw it all in there at once.
That's good for A&A right now. He's talking about love fried rice. I got some leftover Chinese in the fridge.
Mhm.
Just heat that up till it's hot, and scramble an egg and dump that in there and mix it up real quick. And oh man.
Yeah, we
It'll
do
make it even better.
we do a fried rice for brunch that has egg and chorizo, peppers and onions in it, and stuff like that. And it's a really good seller, especially later on in the morning when people are getting towards lunch. It's nice. Yeah, fried rice is tough. Fried rice took me a little while to get right because you can't have it. You got to get a lot of flavor into it without letting it be too
Soggy.
wet. Yeah, too wet, and then at the same time, keep it nice and fluffy. And yeah, fried rice is not necessarily the easiest thing to do. And people try and make it with fresh rice too, which is really hard because then it doesn't absorb enough of the liquid that you would use to flavor it, and it just turns out to be like rice with a little bit of soy sauce in it or something.
Yeah, I know.
So
what you
using
mean, man.
that
really,
day old. Yeah.
It's hard to find good fried rice here. I mean, in Japan, every friggin' train station has little restaurant Chinese. Well, it's a little Chinese fast food type place. It'll have fried rice and gyoza, which is what we call gyoza in America. Pot
Dumplings.
stickers. Yeah, dumplings, pot stickers, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so good in Japan though. It's just it's so hard to find good fried rice in America.
Yeah. And a lot of times it's really oily too. I've found that a lot of places use a lot of oil so that they don't have the rice stick and and then when you eat it, it's kind of almost greasy, but yeah, I do a lot of fried rices. We have a lot of dishes. People really like it as it seems a little bit lighter. I do a lot of stuff over fried rice. And I do like fun kinds. I'll do, we had a special last week we did a Mongolian, we called it a Mongolian glazed scallop. And then I did it over a Hawaiian fried rice where it had ham, pineapple, toasted almond. And it was just really neat because it's kind of sweet and kind of spicy. People dig that kind of stuff. It doesn't seem so heavy, and fatty, it's so.
Midnight, slightly off subject. How far are you from Wheeling? About 2 hours?
Wheeling, isn't that in West Virginia?
Yeah, right on the Ohio border.
I don't know. I mean, I'm in Central PA. It would take me. Well, it depends. You said it's near Ohio.
Yeah, well, just off I-70. You're close to 70, right?
No, I'm right off of 7. I'm close to 76. I'm close to the turnpike.
Okay. No, I was thinking, we go out there at least once a year or so. I thought about trying to check out your restaurant next time we go up.
Just remember to ask him for the Gun Channel special.
Yeah. I charge you twice.
Nah, believe me, you can charge me twice. If I go in there, I'm asking, is Midnight Range here? And I'm like,
Midnight Range here?
Is
Travis here? Yes. Fuck that guy. He didn't make my sandwich right last time.
Yeah. Guy's an asshole. You kick open the door and say, I'm looking for the biggest asshole in this place. And I'm like, all right, hold on, let me get him. I'll be right back. Poor Conservatives talking about egg roll video. Egg rolls are good. Egg rolls are good too. Love a good egg roll.
Rolling.
Some good slow cook roast and broccoli. Never was a big fan of broccoli when I was a kid, but I really like it now.
I like broccoli too.
Yeah.
A lot of people pass on it, but I love it.
I'll tell you that when I was a kid, the only way I would eat it was like super white trashy, but it's delicious. This is like trailer park cookery, but I love it. See, obnoxious. You're getting out of here. Is there anything you want to plug before you take off? Okay, good. Get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta head out too.
All right.
Okay, Giz.
Well, hold on, Giz.
I'm not
Giz,
plugging
let's,
anything on your show.
I don't know. You sound like you were plugging yourself a bit a while ago,
Oh shit.
I'm not.
Matt. Okay, so Giz, Sarge, you guys got anything to?
I was gonna talk about the broccoli, but now I'm gonna head bid as well. I'm out. If anybody's on my Patreon, look at that Sega video and see. I need to cut it down before I put it on YouTube. Somebody look at it and tell me what could go.
Stars, but we want to hear you talk about broccoli, man.
Well, don't cut it down too far because then it'll be an SBR. You'll get in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. As I say, as far as broccoli goes, I love teriyaki broccoli at any of the Japanese
Okay.
places. Absolutely love it. So,
You like a beef and broccoli kind of thing?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
With that being said,
Or chicken.
I got to go to bed.
Chicken and broccoli
When
with
you,
brown
Thanks,
sauce.
Sarge.
If you come up again, when you come up again, I know you guys didn't have a chicken and broccoli or anything when you came up. Did you? You had a burger? I don't remember what your wife got. If you come up again, you got to make sure you have something like that because I got what I call a Chinese brown sauce slamming. You'd love it. If you like beef and broccoli, it's really, really good. So,
Well, this
you guys
time,
coming up this way
Sounds
next year?
incredibly
You guys
racist.
coming up this year again?
yes, I would think we'll come up there. I got it. My aunt, she's been a little sick, so I kind of got to see what her situation is. But yeah, I'm starting to plan on a adventure up that way. And then if we're there, we could be in South Jersey down at the shore, like on a weekend, like maybe you're off on a day. You guys come out, we have a good time.
Yeah, that would be
Something
awesome.
like that. So anyway,
Yeah,
I gotta
for
go to bed.
All right,
I'll
see you,
talk to
bud.
y'all later.
Later.
See ya.
All right, Sarge.
So, broccoli. This is now, and it's going to sound weird, but give it a shot. Maybe it doesn't sound weird. Maybe it sounds
Oh,
good.
Giz left too, man.
Yeah, he took off too.
Mhm.
Just blanch the broccoli, right? Like, blanch it in hot water and shock it. That way it kind of holds the color, which is nice. You don't have to do that, but if you want it to look nice, you do. So, and then when you heat it, just put it in the oven and throw some slices of, season it, and then throw some slices of the Velveeta or some other kind of like cheddar-y cheese. But Velveeta works really good because it's really kind of strong. It's a stronger cheddar-y kind of flavor.
Can I use real cheese though? Like,
No.
You
It
use
has-
Velveeta or you don't use nothing.
It's Velveeta and milk to make the
And no
Velveeta
milk.
cheese sauce.
No milk. Just
No, you-
Velveeta. Let that melt over the top with some crushed up Ritz crackers. Dude, shit's awesome. It's super, like I say, it's really it's like super white, rednecky, trashy kind of snack, but it's really, really good.
It's not super rednecky. You're using the name brand. You're not using government process cheese product.
Yeah, it's a step above.
Misha M, it is clearly stated on the package it is a cheese product. It doesn't say cheese, just like Pringles doesn't say potato chips. It says pressed potato crisps.
Crisps, yeah. Yep.
And no, Velveeta isn't cheese. It is liquid gold of the gods.
It's just a box full of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, throw it in the oven, roast it, warm it up in the oven, and then throw the cheese and the Ritz crackers and put it back in the oven for a couple minutes. And then send me an email and tell me that I'm not right.
You're right. We were in the store the other day. I swear to you, with my wife, and I read off the ingredients to her. She almost fell asleep while I was reading the ingredients from Velveeta.
Oh yeah, there's probably 50 in there, but
yeah, it's not as bad as a McRib, but
I was never a huge McRib fan. I never really understood why that was so super popular.
I actually liked them before.
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, I think, I remember in high school having,
Mr. Ribs, the little rib shaped pressed meat patties.
Yeah, little pork patties.
We used to get those Oh, damn! I don't remember what the name of the guy who'd drive around with the frozen food truck and you either place an order or he'd say, "Hey, I got this, this, and this available today. What would you like?" We got like a whole sleeve, like a 2-foot long sleeve of those pork patties.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's funny.
Take them out of the freezer, throw them in the frying pan. 3 minutes on each side. Boom. Done.
Hit them with a little
Supper.
barbecue sauce and throw them in the oven.
These, I think, had a little bit of the sauce actually frozen on them.
Oh, fancy. Jeez.
Oh, not quite as fancy as don't know if they make them anymore, but they used to call them pizza burgers, and what they were was seasoned, like pizza flavor seasoned beef patty, but in the center was a puck of mozzarella cheese, so when you cook it, it'd melt. And it'd be nice and greasy.
We had pizza burgers in school too as one of the lunches. Remember those? It was almost like honestly, it was like almost tasted like the same stuff that the pork McRib kind of patty things were made of. It just had like pizza sauce and cheese on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 9mm is in the chat. Hi. Oh, stop putting out these recipes. Does she not defreeze?
Midnight, I just sent your wife a flower. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Midnight done froze. I think I done believe that Ms. 9mm came down and smacked him upside the head for making her relive that Velveeta and broccoli abomination.
Uh-oh.
Midnight, if you're out in the chat, type something.
If you got gunpowder beauty, just even type a dot. Type something. Now he never mind. I don't think he died.
I don't know, might have lost power, but I don't know if that happens. It normally
he might have had to pause. He might have had to pause to explain why he's still hanging out with us, losers.
Oh, okay. He dropped. So, yeah, hold on. Let's actually try and close this out right, and we'll do the outro, and then we'll bullshit with the 4 minutes and 30 seconds we got left or so. So, well, ladies, gentlemen, and Jonases of all ages, thank you for watching Midnight Range TM. Be sure to Midnight Range TM. Thank you for watching Midnight Range TM's The Closer. Be sure to check out gunchannels.com for more Pro 2A content. This concludes our regularly scheduled programming, but we'll be back at 9 a.m. Eastern with Dead Horses Early Watch, followed by open lobbies throughout the day. Gunchannels.com Monday night programming. At 8 p.m. Eastern, it's Clovertax MOA Monday only on Instagram, and Hawaii Volcano Squad's Locked and Loaded on YouTube. At 9 p.m. Eastern, it's Never Enough Ammo, a.k.a. Mr. Matt's Guns and Geeks podcast, The Week in Geek. And remember, it's going to be the big, oh my god, Game of Thrones is done episode. And every weeknight at midnight Eastern, it's the Daily Gun Show. Also, check out guntube.org as a free and unrestricted Pro 2A video platform. If you like what you see, go over to Patreon and throw Night Strike $1. For cool and unique 2A swag, go over to gearwebsites.com. G just got in a new mystery machine, so stay tuned for some cool stuff coming out. And remember, a hot dog is a sandwich, a Slim Jim is candy, and keep your guns hurled and your chambers loaded. All right. Now, let the train wreck remaining of this chat commence. Okay, Midnight says he lost all internet, so Storm must have knocked it out. A likely story.
Either that or 9mm had knocked it out.
My money's on Little Man. All right, well. So 7, you got anything to plug before this live show turns undead?
Yeah, well, the only thing I can think of at the moment unless anybody wants to drive to Raleigh and help me clean up my nursery, which is not likely. I have a 247 sub giveaway that was due about 6 weeks ago. That's going to turn into the 357 sub giveaway with double the prizes. So if you haven't been to my channel yet, go ahead and click on my link, and I will, and enter my. You're gonna have to go to the 247 sub giveaway and enter that, and we're gonna have 6 prizes here eventually once I get around to it. Other than that, I got about nothing other than some wrecked vehicles and 5,000 damaged plants. How about you, Abe? What do you got?
I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't know. I still have stuff from Wanamaker that I, once again, keep saying I'm going to post, but never do.
I know how you feel. I tried to do a radio voice there. Did you notice that? I know how you feel.
No, that's more like a creepy come on voice. I mean, really, is that what it took? Is that what it took for
I was just
for
gonna say,
wife Sama to say okay?
That's what Snoz's daughter said.
Now you see, shit like that is the reason why your nice vehicles and all your weed plants got wrecked.
Oh boy.
Everybody
who doesn't know me out there, I have a good sense of humor. It's not for real. I'm playing.
And that's what he's going to tell Snob until his wife leaves. And takes the kids with it. Then Seven's off to California.
I can't even afford the gas to drive to California, man. I'm chilling right here. Oh boy.
All
Anybody
right.
still out there? No, I guess not.
Well,
It might just be us.
No, we're still listed as live. It'll kill here. Let me click the live button. Nope, we're still live on the YouTubes. Let's see.
All
I
right.
think there's like a 10. Let's see.
Questions from the audience. You guys
Update
got
on
anything?
Midnight Range TM. Outages reported on the phone, cable, and internet. Thanks for coming. Make it a fun show.